meeting will come to order. It is the purpose to align our infamous forces against the powers of good and defeat them, leaving us, the rulers of the world. To do this, we have gathered together the most ruthless villains on Earth. The frigid, the awesome, and the humorous but sinister.
Welcome back to the Ruthless Villains podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jaime Garcia.
And I'm Louis Esoteric. What's going on, man? Let's talk about shit.
Let's talk about some shit. Let's see. Today on this episode, we'll talk about Cloak and Dagger. We'll talk a little bit about, what else did we say? We'll talk a little bit about Doom Patrol again. I finally caught up and saw the episodes and just saw the most recent one, which was really, really good. We'll also talk about... Well, I got some music to talk about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
we're going to talk about movies strictly.
All right.
There's a couple of flicks that I saw recently and not so recently, and they kind of fucking tie in. So
I have a movie to talk about as well. It's an older movie that had a remake, but I watched the original, which you would have thought I would have watched the original a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because this is a movie that I can't believe I hadn't seen.
Pretty Woman.
No, because I didn't watch Pretty Woman as much as I interacted with Pretty Woman.
That's false.
That is not false. Let me just say, she does a few things in there that...
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Pretty Woman?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, I've seen Pretty Woman.
I've never seen it.
I've also, but then again, I've also seen Biker Boys and...
Oh, yeah.
Stomp the Yard.
The only Richard Gere movie I want to watch is him crying about...
Gerbils?
He has nowhere else to go. That's the only Richard Gere I want to see.
What? Go watch...
I got nowhere else to go.
Go watch Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid.
I haven't seen them in a while.
But you've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
There you go.
Still.
Richard Gere. Pre-gerbil.
That shit was just made up.
I believe the gerbil, sir.
All right, so...
but let's get into this. What do you want to talk about first? Talk about Cloak and Dagger?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Well, Cloak and Dagger, the second season is about to come out. I believe the first episode of the second season airs tonight. I'm not 100% sure.
Let's see here. I think April 4th, actually.
April 4th, so that's a couple days from now.
Yeah. April 4th. It's the middle of next week.
Thursday?
Is it Thursday?
Oh, this week. Tomorrow's the 1st.
Tomorrow's April 1st.
Tomorrow's April Fool's Day.
Damn, I forget about that shit.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should walk into work and then just say, April Fool's, I'm sick, and walk out.
No, because then you'd have to be like, oh, it was a joke, I'm really here.
Okay, well then how do we do that to where we don't have to go to work tomorrow?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Psych, bitch. I'm fucking April Fool's. I'm fucking sick. I'm leaving.
We call into the Codaphone?
Yeah. The code I'm using is April 1st, you fucking...
Cloak and Dagger Season 2. If you haven't seen Season 1, you should go watch it. Great season. It's a great show. I enjoyed it immensely. Just very intriguing from first episode all the way to last. Just kept you wondering what was coming next and who was going to die next and who was going to do this and who was going to jump over a building and stuff like that. So
yeah, like I said, I've only seen the first episode. We were talking about this shit a little bit earlier.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, a little bit. But I only saw that first episode. But from what I saw, I really fucking dug it. Just time and shit. I kind of lost track, and I never got to the rest of the season. So I'm definitely going to go back and check it out.
And the cool thing is, it looks like Season 2 jumps into them using their powers a whole lot more. For Season 1, they were just learning what they were doing. Kind of kept coming together and just kind of starting to learn how to work with each other. And by the end of the season, they work pretty well together, and they're starting to become, the Cloak and Dagger you read in books, that are always together, that, basically can't be separated. Because
I mean, for somebody who doesn't know who Cloak and Dagger is, how would you describe them as far as their relationship, their powers, and how it all ties together?
Well, with Cloak and Dagger, their powers work the best, and they're the strongest when they're together. They can do stuff separately, but together, Cloak and Dagger have to be together 100%. And I mean, they come from the same place and their lives intersect 100%. And that's the cool thing about season 1 is they show you how their lives intersect. I mean, basically in season 1, Cloak is a kid, Dagger is a kid, but Cloak, when they get their powers, Cloak saves Dagger from drowning in a car, basically.
Yeah.
She was in a car wreck.
I remember that, yeah.
And then they wash up on the shore together. She wakes up, just kind of takes off, has his hoodie that he wore, which was his brother's hoodie, which he ends up getting back, which helps him relax and use his powers more, along with a cloak that his brother was actually making.
Yeah.
Because their parents are a part of this New Orleans kind of like group that's their thing, that, you know, they come together as a community and
part of like a tradition.
Exactly. They make like cloaks and stuff like that to go for certain days. I forget.
Yeah, and if you've seen anything about New Orleans, they have a lot of crazy traditions.
Voodoo in this, if you like stuff about witchcraft and voodoo, that plays into this show as well, because you have other people who are voodooists or people
like
who can
mystics.
see, and they're part of the show as well. It's just a great show, and you know, together they're super strong. Separate, they're strong, but they have to be together. Cloak and Dagger don't work without one another.
Yeah, so definitely check out that first season to gear up for this new season. Because I mean, if it's as good as you said, they should be able to keep up the storytelling.
If they gave Emmys to shows like this, you know, comic book shows, this would win at least 2 or 3. Writing hands down, they should win no matter what. But to me, I mean, you can put these up there with NYPD Blue shows and shit like that.
Nice.
Yeah, Dennis Franz. That was a good beer. Oh, and we're drinking Bombshell tonight.
Drinking Bombshell tonight. So
I did not know that on the Bombshell they had yard lines. I didn't even know she was riding a football. I thought she was riding a rocket. The fuck?
Fucked you up, buddy. No, you know what? I think usually she is riding a rocket, but it's football season.
It is?
Nah, I don't know. I just putting that shit out my ass. That's how you got to be extra confident when you're lying to somebody.
That's how you beat the polygraph test, right?
Yeah. No, actually, what you do is you answer with the wrong answer, but you like preface it in your head like with the right answer.
So I say no, even though in my head I'm thinking yes.
Yeah. So it's like, how would you put it?
I just
ask me a question.
How much cock do you love? Oh wait, it has to be yes or no, right?
Yeah. Do you like?
Do you love cock?
No.
Wait. I didn't hear anything go off.
But yeah, all right.
We'll try to get a polygraph or a lie detector test in here one day and try to beat it.
But yeah, Cloak and Dagger, definitely watch that shit.
Yes,
Support
check that out.
Marvel gang, we out here.
Yeah, like they need more money.
I mean, if they're gonna see, that's the cool thing about Marvel.
Just support them so they can keep making content.
Like they're on the top tier of characters and shit. But when they start digging in deeper and start pulling out all the obscure shit,
yeah, they make obscure characters fun, man.
Yeah,
like I never once thought twice about Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
You know, in the books, like I was like, oh, they're Spider-Man's friends, sort of. You know, sometimes they fight each other, but
that was the cool thing about Into the Spider-Verse. I just fucking watched that shit today again. And dude, they're pulling out Spider-Gwen, Peter Porker, fucking Spider-Man Noir, like all these dudes that you're like, I never fucking expect these motherfuckers to be in a movie, and there they are.
I bought that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got the special box with the little Miles Morales character and everything. Yeah,
that's what's up.
I don't want to open it though.
I mean, why would you?
Yeah, because I have it on digital download, so
okay.
I don't have to worry about it any other way. But
yeah, fuck that. Keep that shit in the fucking box.
It's pretty.
Yeah, but let's see here. You ready to move on from Cloak and Dagger? You got anything to say about it before we move on?
Watch it or I'll kill you.
Okay, I'll keep that shit in, definitely.
Also, didn't you say it is part of the cinematic universe?
Oh yeah, but I mean, take that with a grain of salt because I am reading it off of the Wikipedia page.
Oh,
so I mean, I could go edit.
I thought you were on IMDb.
No.
You know what?
I mean, anybody can go edit this shit. Technically, but it says it is set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, sharing continuity with the films, TV shows, and all that shit.
Well,
but, I mean,
I was going to say, technically, all the shows are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because if you remember, like Daredevil 1, or was it Luke Cage 1?
It's all of them.
Luke Cage
They
1,
all
he's selling videotapes of the Green Man. Look at the Green Man fighting in New York and
It's all
stuff like it's all referenced.
Yeah, it's all referenced and shit. But I mean, I don't. They're pretty loose with the TV shows being part of the cinematic universe. So I mean, don't expect crossovers. And
of course
all that
not.
Shit,
of course not. But Captain Marvel played into Agents of Shield.
Oh yeah. Agents of Shield.
Of Agents of Shield last season.
Yeah,
they played him really well because they were both fighting the same people.
the Skrulls.
No. She was fighting the Skrulls, and then she stopped fighting the Skrulls.
Yeah.
And then she was fighting.
Wasn't there Skrulls on the agents?
No, it was.
I thought there were.
It was.
I saw like a breakdown.
What was her thing? What was she?
Kree.
Yeah, they were fighting the Kree.
She was fighting Kree.
Yeah.
There's actually
It was in the future. The Earth had been blown up and stuff like that because of Quake. You know what? That's another episode.
We're not talking about that. But yeah, wrapping this shit up. Watch Cloak and Dagger. You got Jaime's recommendation.
Yes.
He says it's dope, and I trust his opinion. Enough.
If you watch,
but I have seen that first episode and it was dope, so I can imagine that the rest of the season is pretty fucking sick.
That's right.
I'm gonna talk about specifically. It's one movie that I saw recently. It's called Blue Ruin.
Ooh.
It's on Netflix right now, so all the motherfuckers are like, "Is this shit on Netflix?" Yes, it's on Netflix right fucking now.
We don't want to pay money for this shit.
Go check that shit out. But Blue Ruin, came out in 2013, so it's a pretty old flick. But it was directed by Jeremy Soner. He's done 2 movies that I really fucked with: Blue Ruin and Green Room. Have you heard of Green Room?
I've heard of Green Room.
All right, so Blue Ruin is basically this dude. He's like a homeless person, vagrant that lives in his car on a beach after his parents were murdered by this dude, pretty much. Well, that guy is getting out of prison, and he just wants to fucking kill him. So he starts stalking him and fucking killing him, and ends up fucking killing him, pretty much. And then his family seek him out. Like, he kills the dude at a bar after following him for a while, and then that guy's family seeks him out for revenge. And then all this shit happens. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it's fucking really good, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's super indie flick. Like, there's nothing like huge that happens, but the performances are really dope, and it's like a crime kind of mystery type of shit. Like, you learn shit about what was going on with the parents, then the actual fucking family and all that shit. You know,
he does an episode of True Detective.
Oh yeah.
He's a cinematographer by trade, it looks like, because he has a lot of cinematographer credits.
Yeah, he knows how to compose a shot, dude. Pretty fucking beautiful.
He also has a movie in 2018 called Hold the Dark.
I haven't seen it, but it's on Netflix. That's my next one.
I was about to say, it's probably...
That's the next one
yeah.
I'm going to dive into. But, yeah, Blue Ruin, check that shit out. I'm super late to that fucking party, but Blue Ruin. But he also did a follow-up flick was Green Room. If you haven't seen it, go check it. I'm not going to spoil too much shit, but basically it's this traveling band, and it stars... who was the kid that passed away? He was in Star Trek.
Oh, you're talking about the
Anton Yelchin.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he plays this band member. It's a couple other cast members. They're trying to do a tour. They're like a punk band, and they come across this dude that's supposed to pay them for this gig. They do the gig. They don't get really paid, but he sets up this like backup gig for them to go and perform at a bar, super secluded bar and shit. They go and do the gig, and it turns out that it's literally fucking a bar full of Nazis.
That's Green Room, right?
Yeah, Green Room.
I heard about that.
So they go to the bar, and then they witness somebody get murdered there. So all these fucking Nazis like try to keep them in the bar, in the Green Room, while they settle shit with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think the biggest highlight is fucking Patrick Stewart. Professor Xavier is the head fucking Nazi.
You know what's funny too? It's Patrick Stewart.
He's an actual
Star Trek.
Nazi.
Oh, is he?
No.
Star Trek.
Was Picard,
the other guy.
and Homeboy was fucking. Who was he playing?
He was Chekhov.
Yeah, Russian, right?
Yeah.
Which he actually was Russian.
Is he really?
Yeah, he had the whole accent and shit.
Well,
I think that was his actual
think-
accent.
That was wow.
Yeah.
Aye, Captain. Oh, that's a horrible chick.
Yeah, but so
Once again,
so those two flicks are on Netflix right now. Go check them out. But he also
I'm gonna watch them both.
he had this other flick that I just saw recently, and it's called Murder Party.
Oh, I heard about that. I saw it on this thing.
Dude, it's this fucked up. It was 2007, super low rent indie fucking flick and shit. Like, this one really doesn't take itself too seriously. But the plot is this normal ass dude fucking like walking down the street. He finds this invitation to a party, a murder party, but it is Halloween. So he's like, oh, this must be a joke. So he goes home, makes himself a little makeshift costume. Get stressed, go to the party, and it's a bunch of fucking art students that are planning to murder him.
What?
It's these fucking like 4 or 5 pretentious fucking art students, and they all want to murder this dude, but one person wants to paint it, one person wants to like take a picture, like on some photography shit. It's just fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid, dude.
I'll have to watch that one.
Yeah, but those 3 flicks are on Netflix right now.
There it is right there. I sees it. Ooh.
But yeah, Jeremy Saulnier is the director. Blue Ruin, Green Room, Murder Party. Check this shit out. You won't be disappointed. If you want some real like engaging stories, start out with fucking Blue Ruin and Green Room. But I mean, if you want some silly fucking bullshit, just watch Murder Party.
That shit looks like fun. I just read the
description
synopsis.
Yeah. But yeah, those I don't know, I saw Green Room a long time ago, dipped into fucking Murder Party like a month or two ago, and then I finally saw Blue Ruin and I was like, yo, this shit's fucking dude's fucking talented. Yeah, he's gonna
get his shot at
I mean, he's been killing shit, but fucking, he's one of those underground dudes that, I mean...
Think he just likes being on the underground?
I don't know. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? I think it really depends on the person and what they're trying to do. Because the dude that...
I mean, underground, you get to do your own thing.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely you get to do your own thing. But this dude that was starring in these 2 movies, he was the lead in Blue Ruin, and then he was just like this Nazi henchman in Green Room. His name's I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's Macon McCone.
Hold on.
McCone Blair. Mm-hmm. This dude is writing and directing, I think, the Toxic Avenger.
Oh, the reboot New Toxic Avenger? Yeah. Fuck that. I don't know if I like that. I
mean, he's really good.
What's his name again?
McCone Blair.
Yeah, I'm
Macon. So he's the lead dude in these fucking movies. But he actually made his directorial debut on this flick that's on Netflix. Also, it's called Don't Feel at Home to This World Anymore. Mm-hmm. It's what's his name? The Hobbit. Elijah Wood.
There you go.
Yes, that fucking flick is.
Oh, and what's her name's in it too? The girl from she was in fucking balls. She was in
Melanie Linsky.
Yeah, she was in fucking
Melanie Linsky.
Oh my god, Mark Bernard and oh fuck.
She was the neighbor from Castle Rock.
Thank you.
Yes.
Fuck, why couldn't I think of Castle Rock?
Yeah, she was the neighbor in Castle Rock. If you haven't seen Castle Rock. Did we talk about Castle Rock on this podcast?
I don't think we have yet. We'll talk about it when season 2 comes out.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then of course
I feel like we talked about it in like the first one.
We talked about Bernardin.
Yeah, we dick ride Bernardin.
Fuck yeah, that dude can fucking
No, we
ride
did
like
talk
crazy.
about it.
Did we?
Because we were talking about specific episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, but... Yeah,
Oh yeah, because we talked about his episodes specifically. How I liked his episode,
and I was like,
almost the most out of any because his had more action and more everything going down.
Yeah, but the
chess, the the Alzheimer's episode was really fucking good too.
Yeah, but her name is Melanie Linsky.
Is that her name? She's like a comedian too, from my understanding. She does a lot of comedian work.
Well, yeah, she's also in that.
She's also sexy as fuck.
I don't feel at home in this world anymore. It's fucking funny, dude.
I want to see this.
It's really interesting. She does a great job. Elijah Wood's fucking.
Elijah Wood.
Dude, he's fucking batty in this shit.
Nah, I mean,
like he plays this like neighbor who like wears a fanny pack and he's fucking like, let's fucking do this. Like he spazzes on this shit. So it's like,
when I saw him in Sin City.
Oh yeah.
I was like, he's got my money every time he does something. So
yeah, so definitely go check that shit out. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up my whole shit. Blue Ruin, Green Room, Murder Party, and I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. Those are 4 flicks, and they're all on fucking Netflix. So I mean, if you have that shit, go fucking watch it. Don't be a cunt. Don't be a fucking cunt.
I know I'm gonna watch most of them.
That wraps up my shit, man.
All right. We'll stick on movies here. I just watched a movie that came out. Oh God. The movie's so old that I got loud on that one.
I know, calm down.
Yeah, movie was old enough to where they did a reboot. I wouldn't even call it a reboot. They just remade a movie for the late 90s, I would say. The second one came out early 2000s. The movie's called Suburbia, and I saw the original one. Let me just say, I like punk music, so this movie is all about that, basically. I mean, you get to see good songs by TSOL. You get to see the original Vandals lineup is in it at one point.
1983.
1983. God, I was 2 years old when this movie came out.
Jesus.
The beginning of the movie caught me right off, because the beginning of the movie, you don't even... I don't even know if I should tell you what happens, but I might just do it just to tell you. Because you wouldn't believe this, but in this movie...
let's see here. We're going spoilers.
Yeah, we're going spoilers.
We gotta start fucking, like, prefacing the segment, like, with spoilers beforehand.
All right.
Because we have a tendency to fucking go into the whole story and, like, halfway through, we're like, oh, yeah, spoilers. All right, Suburbia. Spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. But, I mean, it did come out in 84.
Yeah, the first one came out in 84. The second one was filmed actually here in Texas, I believe in Austin.
Oh, nice.
It had Giovanni Ribisi in it. It had, what's that other guy's name? He got real popular. Steve Zahn, or Steve Zane, however you want to say his name. He was in it as well.
The first?
I'm talking about the first movie, not the second one, but I'm giving you references to...
Okay, so... Oh, this is kind of weird. Suburbia,
there you go.
Also known as Rebel Streets and The Wild Side. So it has a couple different names. It might have been because whoever's distributing the movie, they would change the names depending on the market. So
makes sense.
Yeah, so it's either Suburbia or Rebel Streets or The Wild Side if you're having trouble finding.
I watched it on Hulu and it's under Suburbia.
Suburbia, okay. So it's a 1984 flick, coming of age drama thriller.
It's basically it's about this. It really doesn't have a point to it whatsoever, to be honest with you. But it starts out girl hitchhiking. You know,
hitchhiking teenage runaway Sheila.
Exactly. She gets in a car with a mom and her kid. Mm-hmm. The car breaks down. They get out to go use a payphone, which I don't know if you kids know what a payphone is, but there were these things that you would use back in the day.
Let me guess. You would have to pay to use the phone.
You would pop a quarter in it to dial numbers and call people for help, because nobody had cell phones back then. And as they're doing it, they're in this part of I guess the city. It's the suburbs now, but all these houses are abandoned because I forget why, but people just up and left and started moving to a different area. But they would leave their animals, their dogs there, because they just picked up and left. So now there's a pack of wild dogs running around this area.
Oh, it's like the West Side.
It is. Well, so they go use the phone, and all of a sudden there's this Doberman Pinscher there, and he's just like, grrr, grrr, and the mom's using
he's ringing?
He's ringing. As the mom's talking to somebody on the phone, that Doberman Pinscher picks up and sees them using the phone, and just all of a sudden you're like, is he gonna attack them? What's going on? Like, because this movie does, you know, you don't know what's going on.
Does he need to use the phone, or
That might be the reason why. All of a sudden,
I gotta call my bitches.
the dog runs after them, and the mom still doesn't see anything because she's busy talking on the phone.
Yeah.
The kid starts crying. The dog grabs the baby and just starts ripping it apart.
Holy shit!
And kills it. Kills the kid like that.
Man.
That's how the movie starts. And then all of a sudden you're in somebody's house, at this kid's house, and he's reading a comic book. And his mom comes home from work, and she says, "Damn it, I told you to do this and told you to do that." So he decides to leave and run away as well. And then he ends up going to a punk show with all these guys, you know, and then the punk show's over because a fight breaks out, just like any other punk show back then.
They get into a fight defending Skinner. The TR gang.
And that's where he ends up going. That's what they call their house, the TR gang, because of the street. This dude picks him up just because he's just lying there on the ground, takes him to this house where all these kids who have run away are living, basically, and they're this gang, you know, a gang of punk kids who don't pay for anything. They steal everything. They're
pirates, basically.
They're pirates. Like at one point of the movie, they're driving in a car and they have a pillowcase. All three of them do. They stop when they see a house in the suburbs with their garage open, run inside the garage, just raid the refrigerators that are in the garage, the freezers and stuff, and fill it full of food. Yeah. And that's how they get their food. They go back. They have it set up with electricity somehow in those abandoned houses. And that's the movie. That's it. There's really no point to the movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess it shows family and stuff like that for runaways. But it was so great. I can't believe I hadn't watched it when I learned about the movie when the remake came out. Because when I watched the remake, they were like, "Oh, this movie's a remake of this movie."
So they remade it, huh?
They remade it with, like I said, with Giovanni Ribisi, with Steve Zahn. I forget the other guy's name. He was in Dazed and Confused. He's the guy with the black hair. But that movie pretty much just takes place in front of a convenience store.
Oh, it's called Clerks.
Almost, except there's more than two.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can see some of the parts similar to the original, but it really doesn't follow the original whatsoever. Nobody gets eaten by a dog.
Yeah.
So that's why I wasn't expecting that.
Speaking of, no, I didn't want to cut you off. That's okay. Are you done with this whole?
I'm done. All right,
so Suburbia, check that shit out.
Check it out.
On, what did you say it was on?
I saw it on Hulu.
Hulu. If you have Hulu, check that shit out.
I'm sure you can find it on other places too.
Yeah, I mean, it's from the 80s, so it should be relatively easy to find. But, dude, speaking of fucking babies getting ripped apart, have you ever seen the movie called The Witch?
No.
Let's see here. The Witch, 2015 film. It's on Netflix if you want to check that shit out. But it's fucking wild, dude. It's directed by Robert Eggers. Really dope flick. And it's basically it's a period piece, and it's
1630.
Yeah, it takes place in the 1630s in New England, and it's pretty much settlers and shit, but it's this family that gets kicked out of this town, or I don't know what you would call it back then.
Would it be a community?
Colony?
There you go.
Yeah. This family gets kicked out of the colony, and they have to go relocate and try to start farming in their own area. And all this weird shit starts happening. Their baby gets fucking taken, and it ends up being a witch. But I mean, I don't want to get too deep. That
was there before the colony got there?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't want to get too deep into it. But definitely check it out. It's fucking wild. But there's this one point where the eldest daughter is playing with the baby and doing the peekaboo thing, like peekaboo, and baby laughs. Peekaboo does it a few times. On the last one, she opens her eyes or uncovers her eyes, and the baby's gone.
Oh shit!
And all she hears is just rustling through the trees into the forest, and like they can't find the baby. They look for nothing. They can't find it.
Damn.
But they show the witch later on, and you know those things, those little black pots with the stick that they use to like make guac and shit.
Oh, a mocajete?
Yeah. The witch has a giant one, and they don't show it, but they show the implication is her about to slice into this baby with a knife, and then she throws her into that thing and then just grinds her up, and then she just smears the baby all over
to make her young.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking heavy.
I'm all for killing babies for that.
Yeah,
because I'm old.
I mean, it's like stem cells.
I mean, that's how I've stayed so young.
Cells. You're super young.
Young looking.
Not even that. But yeah, dude. Well, it's been on Netflix for a while, and I've just been ignoring it. You know what I mean?
Well, it won an Independent Spirit Award for Best Feature, and it won an Independent Spirit Award for Best, I'm assuming, Screenwriter.
See, and that's the cool thing about the dialogue. Apparently, it was
screenplay.
Yeah, apparently it was pulled from actual diary entries from that time period.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I mean,
so they thought everything was a witch back then.
So if you're looking for accuracy and shit, it's directly from people that. And the thing that made it more fucking creepy was if you put yourself in that mind frame of being from that time, like you would be scared from shit that you wouldn't understand.
I think I would have been a slave back then.
Slave? Depends on what hue your skin was. Yeah.
If it's the same as it is now, I probably would have been a slave.
I mean, you might have been able to get away with it.
I would have been the one that would have been like, "Hey, go look to see if that's a witch over there."
You're the baby now.
Okay, boss, I go check.
I don't think we had those actors.
Yes, we did.
But the witch. That was just a little extra one and shit. Going off of the suburbia shit.
I'll have to check that one out. I can't do horror, but I, for some reason I want to check all these fucking movies out.
I mean, they're more cerebral stories. They're not like strictly like Exorcist, that type of shit. Where
thank God
it's more like a shock value.
Nah, well, see, I can stand that.
That shit with the baby and the witch. I mean, it's shocking, but it's not the centerpiece of it. It's more of like this family falling apart, and they start questioning whether or not the kids are working, like made a deal with the witch. Is the eldest daughter a witch? Like, it's all that.
Is it Sabrina?
Yeah. And her two aunts.
Oh, fucking.
And that fucking cat. But yeah, that was just an extra one and shit. But what else you got, buddy?
Let's see. What else we were talking about? Doom Patrol.
You wanted to talk about the second episode, Doom Patrol?
This is the 6th, 7th.
Oh shit, my bad. Because you only talked about the first.
I only talked about the first, because I had only seen the first, and then I fell asleep to the rest. Well, I finally caught up.
Okay, cool.
The last episode I saw was the 7th or 6th. The next one starts in 3 days.
Nice.
It's gotten. I mean, it's good. The actors in it are all good.
So that shit's getting as good as that first episode, huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, what's his name? I want to say Sergeant Whiskers or Major Whiskers. Hilarious. Fucking just Major so funny. Whiskers? Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but you gotta just check out this episode because it's fucking amazing.
That's what's up.
It's really
check
good.
It out, man.
Anybody should buy that damn DC app and watch it. I'm sorry. I mean, it's $7 a month.
I mean, I'm borrowing mine from yours, so I don't give a fuck.
Well, don't tell everybody that, because then everybody's gonna want to borrow it.
Fuck them. You said that last time. They're not borrowing that shit.
All 50 listeners.
2.
35.
2.
Michael Keegan and Jordan Peele.
Not them either. That's going in because I know you like that recurring joke too.
Yes, I do.
But yeah, Doom Patrol. Fucking catch up on that shit.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully by the time we record this shit again, I'll fucking
watched it.
Yeah, I have watched it.
What else is there to talk about? Music. I don't usually recommend that much music.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of shit to talk about, so it's understandable that music will kind of fucking fall
to the wayside.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see.
Let's get into this music shit. What do you got? And I got some music shit too, so it won't just be you.
Oh, cool, good. Well, music-wise, I was sitting there and I was listening to this song I listened to a long time ago, and it turned out that the band called This Wild Life has a new album that came out. I guess it came out late 2018. So I heard the entire album, and it is very good. If you don't know who the band is, it's two gentlemen. They play acoustic mostly. I'll give you their names in a second. I saw them on Warped Tour 4 years ago.
3 years ago.
Pow. Let me get to it real quick. Fucking balls. This has a lot. Here we go. Their newest album is called Platinum, I guess. It came out June 22nd, 2018 on Epitaph Records. Really good. I liked it a lot.
All right.
And then the other one is the Mad Caddies. I've been listening to them since forever. I mean, one of the tattoos on my back is from one of their album covers, from Duck and Cover. I love them. It's a ska band.
Yeah.
So, because ska music just makes me happy.
Yeah. Start skanking out here.
Hell yeah. But it also has that rock and roll feel to it.
Yeah.
Their new album is all covers of other punk bands on Fat Records labels. So they cover, they cover No Effects, they cover Bad Religion, they cover Propaganda, they cover a lot of people, and it's just cool to hear those songs in
kinda
a completely different way. Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with that shit. Dude.
So it's dope. If you have a chance to listen to that, if you like ska music, check them out.
Oh yeah, go check that shit out. I got one more thing. Dude out in fucking Cali right now that work. If you know who Choosy is, he's been part of the Dirty Science crew and shit.
Ooh.
It's all hip hop. He's been working with Exile, the producer, who is probably most known for the album Below the Heavens that he produced for Blue, who's also a West Coast artist. Choosy, this dude just dropped an album called Black Beans. It's fucking it pretty much has to do with him being like biracial and shit. You know what I mean? Like his dad was Mexican, his mom's black, so he's growing up in California and shit, and kind of integrated within them both cultures and shit.
I get the metaphor now.
Yeah,
I thought I was just getting hungry.
Ah, Black Beans.
Nice.
Dude. Which, if you didn't know, me and Jaime were both of Mexican descent.
Well, I mean, with the name Jaime.
Yeah, Garcia.
Or Jaime.
Yeah.
Or Garcia.
So we fuck with brown people heavy. We appreciate them and shit. But yeah, he just dropped that album this past Friday. You can go check it out on his Bandcamp. And the coolest shit, check this shit out, dude. Is I
saw that picture.
If you buy the vinyl, it comes with the record, but it also comes with this really dope insert where you can cut out a fucking lowrider and make like a 3D fucking model like Lolo and shit. Like he has
holy shit.
So he has this single called Lolo with Aloe Black, and I mean that's just some cool shit that comes with the record. But dude, support this motherfucker because I mean the production's ill. The fucking rhymes are so dope, and it has that old like oldies feel and shit.
Yeah.
So it's all samples from fucking like 50s doo-wop type of shit.
Oh shit, he goes way back.
Like yeah, dude.
Nice.
Like if you fucking,
I'll have to listen to this.
It's just mad vibes. Like it makes you feel like you're riding around in a fucking Oldsmobile with a Crown fucking air freshener on the dash type vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, that reminds me of my youth.
It just reminds me of you, like a Sunday morning. Like you smell the barbecue pit and people are already drinking type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Choosy in Exile. The album's called Black Beans. You can find them on all social media. I think Twitter and Instagram. He goes by King Choosy. Find him on there.
How do you order the vinyl?
He has a Bandcamp actually. It's choosy.bandcamp.com. Pretty sure you could Google that shit, but the fucking vinyl, it's only like $25, dude.
That's worth it.
And it comes, like I said, it comes with that sick ass fucking insert. But this has been another episode of the Ruthless Villains podcast. Thank you for listening. Find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that shit. And we're gonna be switching over to Libsyn account.
Yes.
So we'll have the link on all our social media and shit.
And I think we'll actually even get our own website with them as well.
Yeah, for sure. So the page will have literally all the past episodes, and you'll be able to stream, download, whatever you want to do with it. But hopefully we'll have that taken care of the next couple weeks and shit. We'll update the whole YouTube and all that. But yeah, this has been another episode of the Ruthless Villains podcast. I've been Louis Esoteric.
I'm Jaime Garcia.
Thank you. Peace.
Bye.